Hello guys, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well today. Today I am here again with a new story and new podcast. Today we are going to discuss about how to learn vocabulary. In English language there is a 1,71,000 plus English words are available. And we are not able to memorize all of these 1,71,000 plus words. And if we talk about native speakers, they all as also use only 20,000 words in their language. Only 20,000 words. There is a 1,50,000 words. It's no use. That was the fact. But how to learn vocabulary words? How many words you need in English language to speak that language? So today we are going to discuss about that topic, and I hope you all are practicing well today. So keep on track and don't forget to listen every day. And if you haven't listened to my previous podcast, go and check it out, where you will find various topics, various tales, adventurous tales, and super skills, and about English, how to open business, various topics that will also help you and encourage you and foster you to learn that language. That will also encourage you. So now, without any further delay, let's get started. Let's begin that topic. So, for learn vocabulary, first you need to start reading. If you aren't reading any language, there is no way to learn it. You have to start first reading. Reading plays a key role to learn any language. Read every day, at least half an hour. If you have no time, if you have work to do, if you have a 9 to 5 job to do, but take only half an hour. Get a half an hour out of your busy schedule and then put it to read anything. Newspaper, it can be a newspaper, it can be a book, it can be some article, it can be some essays. Just read. In starting phase, it would be barely tough to read, tough to understand, but when you will get used to it, then it will be easy for you. Note it down. If you're reading something book and if you if you cope with the new word, now note it down on your notebook, and then go ahead and then start reading ahead. And then again you find a new word, then it note down, and then gradually, day by day, your vocabulary will get a new word every day. Just note it down, but don't forget to repeat it, don't forget to revise it. Repetition is the main thing to do anything in your mind, to fit anything in your mind. Otherwise, it would be slipped from your mind and you will feel demotivated. Or maybe you would feel frustrated. So keep in mind those words those words which you noted down in your notebook. Go and translate it, and don't translate it in your own native language. That's a big terrible mistake We all do. We translate it vocabulary words in our own language, which is not a correct way to translate anything in your native language. Translate it in only English language. That would also a plus point for you to learn more vocabulary to vocabulary, and also focus on synonyms. If a word has a huge number of synonyms, but we have no need to learn all those synonyms, but we focus on those words which we encountered before, which we have already cope with before time. So note it down those words, and that would also a plus point to increase your vocabulary more rapidly. So, first thing is that reading. Note that down your words, note your vocabulary, and then translate it. But translate it, not translate it in your native language. Translate it in your English language. It would be also helpful for you to foster yourself, and also you will add new word in your dictionary. Second thing, repetition. Repeat your words, repeat your vocabulary at the end of the day, or maybe exact time after reading, and try to make some sentences at, at the moment. Don't escape that. Don't delay it to I'll do tomorrow. That would be a terrible mistake you do. Do it right now. So revise it, keep it in your mind, and do a repetition. Repeat those words as much as possible you can, and make some sentences using those words based on your own life, which is connect the sentence usually connect with your own life. So first thing is that reading, second thing is that repetition, and third thing, if you want to learn vocabulary words, so always find some interesting ways. But there you wouldn't feel dull, or you wouldn't feel boring while learning English language and vocabulary especially. So find some interesting activities that would foster you, encourage you, and spark some interest in your mind. It will spark some interest in your mind to get a courage to learn that language. Interest is the most pivotal thing in any kind of action. If you have no interest in it, you would put maybe you wouldn't put those efforts. You wouldn't put 100% efforts to learn that. But if you have an interest in something, then you will do that work with 100% potential, using your all energy, and put it onto the work. So do some interesting interest sparking activities, and that would also help you to get a fluency in English language. Now we discussed about three things. First one is reading and get some new vocabulary words, face and encounter some new vocabulary words and note it down. Maybe first day you wouldn't understand it easily, but when you read it, when you when you adopt this their words and you start repeating them constantly every day by day, then those words will fit your mind and you will get used to it very soon. Second thing is repetition. Repeat those words. As much as you would repeat those words, you will get a fluency in it, and those words, and you will start using them while you will speak, and while you will doing a conversation with front people. The thing is, spark interest. Spark interest to learn vocabularies. Don't make it bored. Don't make it complicated. Don't make it dull. It things not gonna work like that. Maybe you will lose your interest and wouldn't focus to learn their vocabularies. And if you don't have an interest, you wouldn't put your 100% energy in it, and you wouldn't use. Maybe you weren't gonna use your 100% potential. So, what's the point of that all? Spark interest in your mind about learning that vocabulary words or always learning the language as well. How do you can? So, do some extra activities. Use those vocabulary words if when you're talking to your friends. Use it. Maybe you will use wrong. Maybe you would use it wrong, pronunciate wrong. But it would be great. It would be great. Not using those and not learning those vocabulary words is better than not better than using it. So use it. So that was all about the thing to learn vocabulary words. And fourth and most important thing, you have to put your own efforts to learn anything. Until you won't put your efforts in anything, you are not gonna learn anything. You're not gonna get anything. So foster yourself to learn things, and I know the language might be grueling process. It's very time taking process. It's for efforts demanding process. You have to put a large amount of efforts. You have to invest your large amount of time. So it might be grueling for you. It might gonna be grueling for you. So keep that thing in your mind and repeat that. Try to remind it to your mind again and again to do those things. And couple more minutes, then I gotta go. If you have any suggestions, queries, and questions, let me know in the comment section. Leave your comments below. I'll definitely read him. I'll definitely reply you about your comments, and maybe I would take your comment in my next podcast. And you can also ask questions about what kind of problems you're facing to learn your English language. Because sometimes when you think about the problem, then you think that it's a very huge and big problem. But in reality, that's not. The problem isn't big that you are making it in your own mind. Sometimes things are very easy and you already have that solution, but you won't but you don't try it, but you don't even try it to resolve it. So how would things work? How would things work? So make it simple, don't make it complicated. Things, you have everything in your hand. Maybe you have your different goals about language learning. Some people learning that language to get a job, some people learning that language to travel, some people learning that language to make a communication, some people learning that language, they are those are already working in corporation but they are facing issues to explain their tasks, to explain their operations, to explain their work to their senior officials. So every individual has their different perspective and goals to learn English language or maybe other language, French, Spanish, Russian, and there is a lots of languages all over the world people speak. But if you are focusing on English language, means you have only one perspective to make money, in my opinion. Or second thing is that to get a promotion, and third thing would be travel purpose. Maybe you are a travel only person, you want to travel abroad, and there's lots of countries. And English is the only one language where people speak from all over the world. Take don't lose consistency. If you are learning and studying language every day consistently, that would be great. I'll give you an example. Like in a month, you set one day to learn and study their English language, and you did that whole day. But as compared to that day, next day you didn't sit to study, and maybe you sat for study, but you studied only 15 to 20 minutes or maybe 1 hour instead of doing it whole day. That would break your discipline, that would break your kind of consistency. So make simple goals in starting and then gradually day by day make your goals one step better. Get your goals one step ahead. That would also enhance your motivation and interest to learn that language. So yeah, that would be great. Now we would meet in the next episode. Till then, take care. See you again, and follow those. You can follow those tips or tricks or whatever you call it. So yeah, always repeat the one thing. Keep on track and keep practicing your language every day. Don't break consistency and don't break your repetition. Repeat words every day would help you to get a better idea about learn that language, and soon you will see the improvement. 1 month ago you wasn't able to speak that language, but now you can have a conversation, you can do a conversation with random people, you can speak English not fluently, but you are able to make a conversation with random people, and you can you can express your feelings and express your words which is running in your mind. So yeah, it would be a great thing, and soon you will notice that. So now finally I gotta go. So keep practicing, keep on track. If you have suggestions, queries, and any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you are facing any problem, let me know in the comment section. Because until you won't let me know, then how I would know what kind of issues you're facing on, or you're enjoying the podcast or not. And the secondly, I would know that some if I need if I need to do some improvement in my podcast. So yeah, it would be great for me. I'll glad to know about some flaws and some improvement if needed. Yeah. So goodbye, take care, see you again all.